Union celebration for Mamdani winning and everybody winning and us defeating Trump here in America. And all that that means for the rest of the world too. But I just want to start a little party, and since nobody's here yet, I'll start off with a song, Foxen song, and we'll sing some songs throughout the live, I believe. This is the one I usually start with, Worlds Away. I know this fellow always has something to say. He's not the one to tell you night from day. And now he's in your town, there's going to be a way. Just go through him to get out of the gray. In these days we're all astray. Amazing, in these nights when all the graves are raised. Who's to say it's all a play? We're gazing worlds away as we fly through the waves. I like this girl, she wants me to turn it in. She asked me where all of my life has been. We never met, just felt that looking in. I wanted to turn out all that lies within. In these days we're all astray. Amazing, in these nights when all the graves are raised. Who's to say it's all a play? We're gazing worlds away as we fly through the waves. Thanks for being here. Nice to see you again. Hope you got some good sleep today. Okay, so we're doing more of a celebration for Mamdani. I'm trying to. Hey, I knew it was you, Carissa. Nice to see you again. We're doing more of a celebration for Mamdani as usual. Always celebrating Mamdani and Mamdani no matter who. And we're just I wanted to make a video, but I wanted to go ahead and talk about it a little bit here first. But things about that victory. I guess the most important thing is that it's a victory against Trump. Mamdani winning is a victory against Trump, and it's a victory for democracy. It shows that democracy works, democracy is real. All those people who are like both sides are the same, they're proven wrong, like fully proven wrong. No, Mamdani won. People who say that voting doesn't matter, they've been proven wrong. Like it's over for that argument because Mamdani won, and Trump didn't want that. And it's going to help us all stop Trump that Mamdani won. So it's very anti-Trump. It's very pro-democracy. Those things are always, the same. Anything that's anti-Trump is pro-democracy, or anything that's pro-democracy is anti-Trump. And most things that are anti-Trump are also pro-democracy. So anyway, that's a very important thing about the Mamdani win. But there's other important things. All the people we elected, if we're dealing with Trump for 3 more years tops, hopefully a lot less than 3 years. But all the people we just elected, we can re-elect for years and decades to come. And it's going to inspire a whole bunch more people to run for office and do other things, to promote causes here in America and around the world. It's pretty much a worldwide revolution. The Mamdani win, I call it the Mamdani effect. And we're going to win all over the world. Hi, Matt. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, Carissa. Thank y'all for being here. Have you guys seen Good Fortune yet? Good Fortune's the best movie in theaters right now, so go see it. Good Fortune. So anyway, thank y'all for being here. Nice to see you. Glad you made it. And we're just celebrating Mamdani as usual. I was singing a couple songs, but since you guys already arrived, might as well start talking about stuff. Thanks. I'll sing you the song Cat Town for the cat if you want. So many roads take flight on both sides of the night. Our boat will pass them by on both sides of the night. And in between banks, we'll float on and pour out thanks that we'll get there if we just glide. Back down in Cat Town. Back down in Cat Town if you get there safely. Back down in Cat Town if you get there fine. pink and gold and bright on both sides of the night. I think we stole away from sight on both sides of the night, and in between days our imagination plays with its wondrous elves, you and I. If you go, you will find no one is around. If you can, they won't mind if you just back down. We never told these lies on both sides of the night until we passed two stone feet lines on both sides of the night. Back down in Cat Town. Back down in Cat Town if you get there safely. Back down in Cat Town if you get there fine. Back down in Cat Town. Back down in Cat Town. It's nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the comments. I'm glad y'all reconnected. And this cat. Yeah, she's a pretty nice cat. I imagine she's a pretty nice cat, but she doesn't have a lot to say. I imagine she's a pretty nice cat. She changes from day to day. I want to say that I love her a lot, but I gotta pet her head all the time. I imagine she's a pretty nice cat. And that's the very last line. That's the very last line. Shadow. The cat's name is Shadow. The cat. Shadow. So, thank y'all for being here. We're celebrating the Mamdani win, celebrating life in general, celebrating overthrowing Trump. So, as I was saying before, it's a big victory to have. It's a big victory to have. Somebody requested a song today, and I forgot which one it was. Yeah, she is a cutie. She's got an interesting look. I hope she'll look at you guys for a second. Hey, say Shadow. Call Shadow and she'll look at the phone. What do you think, Shadow? Will you look at him for a second? She's got really cool eyes, but she doesn't like to look at the phone that much. Oh well. Shadow. Oh, she's purring up a storm. Anyway, oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to say about the Mamdani campaign, there was one little clip I saw, and it was one of the billionaires, dang it, Bill Ackerman, had tweeted something like, "Congratulations to Mamdani. You know, how can I help the city?" And it was like, you know, it was nice sentiment. And when they asked Mamdani about it, well, will you work with this guy Bill Ackerman who donated $1.7 million to Status Quo? And Mamdani gave, you know, a great answer like he always does. I don't remember exactly what he said, but you know, a welcoming answer without like cozying up to Bill Ackerman, you know, something like that. But it made me think that like Bill Ackerman, he's used to dealing with Trump. Like he sent a congratulatory message, and hopefully he means it like he said it. Like he'll help, you know, work for a better New York City or whatever. With Mayor Mamdani. But it made me think about how if you're used to dealing with Trump and then you go against Trump, then Trump will destroy you, you know. And it's just like how refreshing that our side is not like that. And it's like you went against Mamdani, but he's not going to destroy you for it. You know, he's going to work with you if you're willing to work with him to achieve common goals. So anyway, it just made me think that Bill Ackerman's probably not used to that, and that everybody's probably not used to that, and they should get used to it. That like we're the nice guys. We're not trying to be scary. We're like the nice people. Okay. What was said? If you haven't seen the Good Fortune movie, go see it while it's in theaters. It's really good. So we all stroke our kitty cats. Yep. She's a good one. She is a good one. Yeah, go see the Good Fortune movie. That's where I got these pins from. Or I got these pins for the Good Fortune movie. I had to buy them from somebody on the internet because they sold out on my rewards app where I was going to get them. But anyway, I'll sing you guys another song, or we can talk about more stuff. Really just celebrating Mamdani's victory, having a victory party for Mamdani and for everybody. But I think there's a reason why we talk about Mamdani so much. Um, it was a good joke when uh, one of the, I can't remember his name, Jordan Klepper, I think, the guy who's one of the correspondents on the Daily Show, was like, uh, the race everybody's talking about, the Georgia Public Services Commission or something. It was funny. Um, it was funny when he said it. Sorry, I guess I didn't really set the joke up properly. Because like the race everyone's talking about, because it was a statewide race for some Georgia public safety department or something. I can't remember what it was, but anyway, and Democrats won those as well in Georgia. Yeah, well, my boys are trying to get me to go to bed. Well, go to bed. Sleep is important. It's an important part of what I call the pillow revolution. Is going to sleep, resting, going to sleep, staying in bed. Do as much as you can from bed, but we can do a lot from bed. We can make love in bed, which is a great part of the revolution. Sex is one of the best cures for fascism, one of the best weapons against fascism. We can make posts and make comments and stuff from bed. We can do live streams from bed and stuff. So we can do a lot to overthrow these tyrants from bed, as the Mamdani election just proved, I think. So keep it up, but rest is one of those things. Get some rest, get some sleep. It's an important thing to do from bed. But thanks for coming. Or come back soon, or check out my content. Comment on my content, and welcome to the Pillow Revolution. Nice to have you. So, cat is disappointed as well. Well, I'm sorry for disappointing your cat. We'll have to reappoint your cat. We'll have to appoint your cat to the highest office in the land. So anyway, the Mamdani victory is very much worth celebrating. Some people weren't able to celebrate all the ways they wanted to, so let's celebrate some more here. And it's hard to, you can't exaggerate how important it is. It's important because it inspires a lot of other people to run in America and around the world. People are going to be running for office around the world because of Mamdani. Like they already are. It's inspiring people around the world. It's really cool, what I call the Mamdani effect, where it's going to save the world. It's going to save America. It's going to save the world. It's really cool. I'm really excited about it. So we can talk more about it. One aspect of it is Jesus, like peace, love, like the real Jesus, the anti-king leader of no kings, and how we beat Trump, the Antichrist Trump, and the bad guys. And Mamdani's part of that. Like everybody good is part of that. It's really awesome. So looking forward to it. And I don't know, I'll sing you guys another song while you get your comments ready. But drop some comments and some likes, because we're celebrating Mamdani tonight. This is called the Blue Fairy, because one of the things I like to say is Mamdani no matter who. They try to say blue no matter who, but then when it came to Mamdani, they didn't want to apply that, and they ended up looking really not just foolish, but bad, like evil. So instead of blue no matter who, it's Mamdani no matter who. And we're only supporting people who supported Mamdani and who support Mamdani. That's going to be the threshold. That's going to be the turnaround. We're going to replace all the people who didn't support Mamdani with people who do. And we're going to get this thing going and win with democratic socialism. So I'll sing you the song The Blue Fairy. And it goes like this. Say you want to be a real boy, so why run away from me? I'm the voice inside your head now. I'm your closest company. The blue fairy watches us with our own eyes, knows we'll grow out of our lies. The blue fairy makes us real when we believe we can escape from you and me. You smashed me when I tried to warn you, ignored my ghost along the way. Tricked into gold farming, they tied you to a tree until the fairy saved the day. The blue fairy watches us with our own eyes, knows we'll grow out of our lies. The blue fairy makes us real when we believe we can escape from you and me. They tried to hide you in a donkey's skin and ears. They tried to hide you in a whale. They tried to hide you in a puppet show of fears, pinned inside a splintered jail. The blue fairy watches us with our own eyes, knows we'll grow out of our lies. The blue fairy makes us real when we believe we can escape from you and me. So I noticed that's a feature that you only get to enjoy live, because when I do that thing and I make my nose get long with the question there, that doesn't show up in the clips. So it looks kind of silly that I do that in the clips, but yeah, so that's that. Thanks for listening to the song The Blue Fairy. We are all Antifa, we can all be one. Okay, Matt says, yes, I can't stand what Trump is doing. We need a new system, that's for sure. Okay, I got a plan for that. I got a couple plans for that. One is automatic citizenship for everyone ICE contacts. Just repeating this phrase that pays. Automatic citizenship for everyone ICE contacts. And then I've got another idea. All we can do is adapt and live, right? Well, I've got an idea. Here's another phrase. I think if we can get like people with platforms or politicians themselves to say, you know what? Automatic citizenship for everyone ICE contacted. They don't got to take a test. They ain't got to wait. The fact that their name was on a list that ICE made, we just give them citizenship. There's basic compensation for the stuff we've been putting people through. And then for people they do more to, they get like more compensation. So here's the other idea. Jasmine Crockett, or AOC, or anybody really, but especially Jasmine Crockett or AOC, they can say to the American public, okay, we're opening the government back up. We're going to let those premiums skyrocket. Those health insurance premiums are just going to shoot right up, right? But it's just a number. Don't pay it. Those numbers are going to shoot right up, but it's just a number. Don't pay it. Don't pay your health insurance anymore. Don't pay your medical bills. Send those medical bills to the White House and send me to the White House, and I'll take care of it. If Jasmine Crockett or AOC says that, done. Universal health care, just like that. Concepts of a plan that become a plan, like naturally, just because that's how it works. That's how the world works now. You put an idea out there, a good idea like that, and it happens. All right, you guys got to take care of your cats and your heads, your relative position, your position. You got to take care of your elevation, your altitude. Whoa, the cat's taking care of some stuff over on the side of the bed. Here she comes. All right, so thank y'all for being here. Welcome to the continued Mamdani Victory After Party, which really, this after party is just going to keep on continuing. Like, this is day 2 of the after party, but it's going to keep continuing. So thanks for being here. This live will only be going on for a maximum of 40 more minutes. 41 more minutes, maybe 42. No, about 41 more minutes. So get in while you can. But thanks for being here. Mention anything you like and we'll talk about it, or I'll sing you guys another song. I don't mean to threaten you with a good time. I don't mean to threaten you with the song if you don't comment things, but I will sing another song if there aren't enough comments in there. So what do we got? Yeah, the problem is we spend our debt, then rake in more debt. Yeah. The problem is we spend our debt. The problem is money in general, I guess. Greed, I guess, has always been identified as the main problem, but you couldn't have as much greed if you didn't have money. Okay. So, I remember the song that they wanted me to sing. The song they requested. It's called The Land of Oz. And it goes like this. Walking in the land of Oz. Because in Oz, they don't have any money or war. I should say that. If we're talking about the real Oz, the future, they don't have any money or war. Hello, fellow Earthling. I'm relatively happy. How about you? Getting happier all the time. Mamdani won. That's what we're celebrating here. But let me sing you the song, Land of Oz. Welcome, Captain. Captain Homer. Oh, Captain Homer's back. And then I consider myself an Ozite from the future, from Oz, just like TikTok. TikTok's the machine man you see there in the middle. But I'll sing you the song, Land of Oz. It goes like this. Hold on. We got action. Returning after the action is... okay. Action. Action acquired. Okay. Here's the song, Land of Oz. Go ahead and like and react or leave comments. I'll be right back. Walking in the land of Oz, we don't have to care just where we put our paws. Pass by the fastest sawhorse that you never saw. The present wrapped in bows, all roads to Santa Claus. Glinda, frame me with your magic picture. The Shaggy Man and the Wizard both agree. Ozma, you're the one we're all here for. Dorothy, click your heels and wish for me. On the road of yellow bricks, leave your scaring post behind, it's just a stick. Find the heart that makes you tick. Feeling brave is easy with a magic trick. Glinda, frame me with your magic picture. The Shaggy Man and the Wizard both agree. Ozma, you're the one we're all here for. Dorothy, click your heels and wish for me. In the Emerald City. Okay, thanks, y'all. Yeah, I thought you looked familiar, Captain Homer. He said, I first saw your stream yesterday. Thought you would be good with the election results. I trust practically all animals except one. What is that animal? Is it the cat? Yes, very happy about. Carissa says, Homer, he's happy about it. Very happy about the election result. Very much anti-Trump. You've pretty much found the most anti-Trump corner of net and YouTube. Oh, humans are the animal you're just happy with. I shouldn't have said the cat. Cats have a certain suspicious nature. But yeah, humans are can be a little untrustworthy. But thanks for trusting us long enough to stick around in the stream a second time. Yeah, we're actually celebrating the Mamdani victory. That's pretty much what the live is about. Whoops. The live is pretty much about celebrating the Mamdani victory. Whoa. And we're doing it in a void. So, thanks for being here for that. I'm going to let that continue for a minute. That's kind of cool. So, sorry, it makes me feel like Star Wars or something. So, you got that right. Sure got that right. I'm from California, 51-2. Yeah, good job. Good job in California. Georgia Public Works Commission or something won Democrat. Like, we won everywhere. They won governors of Virginia and New Jersey, I think. They won all these, like, legislator seats in Virginia and just all over the place. They won a lot. We won everywhere. We not only beat Trump. This is the whole theme of the live, so thanks for coming and talking about that, because that's pretty much what I want to talk about. We not only beat Trump. Sorry, the green screen stuff is frustrating, distracting. We not only beat Trump, we proved democracy works. We proved democracy is still alive and we can do it again. We proved that those both sides people who are like, oh, two wings of one bird, those people are idiots. And they that argument can never be made again. We've proved this is one way to do it. I mean, there's probably other ways to do it, but democracy works. We can work democracy and win democracy. And especially as people have to follow the Mamdani playbook, especially as people replicate Mamdani and decide to run themselves, not just in America, all over the world. This is a worldwide effect. I call it the Mamdani effect. So I'm really excited about it. thanks for joining and celebrating it with us today here on the live on net and YouTube. And we need to seize this platform. We need to rescue TikTok. We need to rescue TikTok from being Trump talk. We need to rescue net and YouTube. We need to rescue YouTube from being net and YouTube. Rescue YouTube from the same bad guys. Okay, what do we got in the chat? I love talking to you guys, so the more comments, the better. Captain Homer said, blind worship of a demigod is a type of cult. Well, Trump is specifically the Antichrist. Now, I have a lot to say about that. I'm going to put the book down for a minute so I can say it, but Trump is specifically the Antichrist. So the thing about worshiping Trump is, the bad thing about it is all the bad things, right? We could go over that, but we know what they are, right? In this chat, we know what they are. So all the bad things involved in worshiping Trump. But there is not a good thing about Trump, but there's something good that we can make of that. Because Trump is the Antichrist. He's like as Antichrist as it gets. It's like North and South Pole on a compass. So because Trump is the Antichrist, the opposite of everything Trump says, does, and stands for is Jesus. So it's a really easy way to find Jesus, like the real Jesus, just by opposing the Antichrist. That's triggering for a lot of people. Didn't used to talk about it, but the way I talk about it now, after going to the No Kings protest, is Jesus is very obviously the leader, the anti-king leader of the No Kings. And we defeat the King of Kings, fake Jesus, the Antichrist Trump. Okay, let's read your comments. Thank you so much for the comments. Comments are my favorite. Really enjoy having you guys here with your comments. Take back the commons from corporate ownership. The commons is like our legislature. Isn't that what they call the common? Do they call the commons in England the House of Commons? Matt Anderson says, honestly, I wouldn't doubt it at this point, and maybe Canada too. Captain Homer says, oh, you wouldn't doubt it that Trump's the Antichrist. Well, yeah, I've made a video about Trump being the Antichrist some months or years ago, and it doesn't stop being true. Like, it becomes more and more true as we go along. It gets a little deeper than that, because it's not just Trump. Like, Christianity is a problem. Like, Christianity's been a problem that helped produce Trump. That's one of the symptoms of the problem of Christianity. But Jesus has a plan for all that. Like, we can't blame Jesus. We can't blame the real Jesus for that, because the real Jesus is opposed to all that stuff and always has been. Okay, Captain Homer says, I'm not a believer in any supernatural claims. That's cool. Like, I totally respect that, and I love talking to you guys. I always point out that atheists specifically are half right, because all the complaints that atheists have with God are legitimate and true. Like, that God is bullshit. But that's part of the reason for that, is because they've emphasized such a bullshit God for so long. So you're half right, because that God is a lie. That God is not true. But there is a goddess. That's the better thing about it. Jesus happens to be from the goddess too. So the goddess is real. God is just a dangerous lie. Well, that's kind of cool. Okay. So, but since you're not a believer in anything, we can weave in and out of that subject as needed. I don't want to dwell on it if it's boring to you, because I want to talk about what you want to talk about. You're a very interesting person to me, Captain Homer. And are you Captain Homer after Homer Simpson, Captain Homer? I've always been curious about that. I'm a big Simpsons fan, so it's safe if you are. UTB TikTok Media. I don't know what UTB is. It could be hard to say. I don't think it's that hard to say. I think it's pretty obvious Trump's the Antichrist. And we can talk more about it to prove it, but again, we don't have to debate that either. Carissa says she doesn't have the same type of cat we have. Well, I need to know more. Matt says, I have one with no tail, so I guess that's not the type of cat I have either. Is that what they call a Maine Coon or Minx cat or something? Krista says, mine don't have a tail either. Wow, look at that. There's a cat. Anyway, welcome. Welcome to the live. Thank y'all for being here. Have a chicken nugget. See the movie Good Fortune if you can. If you can go to a movie, go see Good Fortune. It's really good. That's where I got these pins from. Good Fortune is a really good movie. So I hope you will enjoy it if you get a chance to go see it. You'll want to see it in theaters. It's like the best movie of the year, along with One of Them Days was the best movie of the year at the very beginning of the movie. Manx. A Manx cat, but you know what? They hid that comment. Net and YouTube was scared of the comment Manx. I guess because maybe it looked a little too much like Marx. What if you're talking about Groucho Marx on YouTube? Who knows? Comment held for review. I'm gonna grind a nuggie. Held for review. Oh, UTB, YouTube. I call it Net and YouTube. Okay, UTB. YouTube, got you. I want to see One Battle After Another. I did see One Battle After Another. I can recommend it. It's a good movie. It's long. It's a good movie. I don't spoil movies, so I won't tell you much about it other than it is a good movie. One Battle After Another is good. Good Fortune though, if you One Battle After Another is 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's a long movie. It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes at least, I think. Good Fortune's about an hour and a half. I'm not trying to sell you on a shorter movie, but just depending on what you have time for. If you don't have time for that longer movie, definitely see Good Fortune. It's the best movie of the year. It's really funny. It's got Keanu Reeves in it. He plays an angel. That's why there's these angel wings. It's really good. Yeah, I don't do spoilers. I think spoilers are so stupid. There's this guy on NPR, and when he does a movie review, he just comes on and tells you what happens in the movie. And you're like, dude, that's not a movie review. Can't anybody else at NPR tell you that that's not a movie review? That's just a spoiler. It's just a giant spoiler. I remember when this is me being picky. Like the guy literally does just talk you through like plot points, and he did it to One Battle After Another. He told me like too much about it. I had to turn the channel. But like, one of them was like one of the episodes of Star Wars. And they're like, well, don't worry, there won't be any spoilers in this report. And it's like, it opens on a planet scene. I was like, that's a spoiler. Don't tell us the scene that it opens on. Do you know, if you're not going to tell us any spoilers, just tell us your opinion of it. Tell us some general stuff. So yeah, Good Fortune is good because it's hilarious. It's got good messages. It's very like class conscious. It's hilarious. It's Aziz Ansari. Aziz Ansari, the stand-up comedian, is the star of the movie, and he wrote the movie, I think, and directed it. Seth Rogen is another actor in it, and Keanu Reeves plays an angel. And then Keke Palmer is also amazing in it. She's one of the main characters in it. And she is the main character in, her and SZA are the main characters in One of Them Days, which is the other best movie of the year. So the two best movies of the year, in my opinion, are One of Them Days and Good Fortune. And they're both like good for the same reasons. They're both hilarious, good messages, really good acting, really good jokes and stuff. But One Battle After Another is a good movie. It's just it's a little cringe in some ways, but I mean, that's me. I'm like super leftist. So there's a couple things that I gotta say as a leftist are a little bit cringe, but it's good. It's well acted, and it's got some, it's got some good stuff in it. One Battle After Another does. I'm gonna go see Predator, I think, in a few days. And I saw the Sydney Sweeney movie, Christie. It's really good. It's all drama. It's not funny. It's drama as fuck. But I mean, there's a couple things that'll make you laugh, but it's drama as fuck. I searched for a synopsis. Reminds me of another movie, Trading Places. Trading Places, I remember the Eddie Murphy movie. It's not, I watched the whole movie without thinking of Trading Places. I'll put it that way. It's kind of like that, but it's way more like it's funny all the way through. It's a comedy. It's funny all the way through, but it's way more like psychological. It's way more like philosophical, I guess is one way to put it. I heard my dad was iffy when it. So okay, so just so you know my taste in movies, he was iffy on Good Fortune. No, Good Fortune's awesome. I think I'll put it this way. There's about half the theater full every time I've seen it. I've seen it twice. But when I saw it in the theaters, everybody's laughing. Like people are laughing like throughout the movie. Like it's just one of those movies that like everybody laughs and it's a good fun time. And it's got good messages. Same with One of Them Days. Just awesome, hilarious movie. Kind of like a modern Friday. But the other good movies that I really enjoyed this year so far, I did like One Battle After Another, but I liked Tron. Tron was good. I liked Oh man, I've seen a lot of movies. I really like the Smurfs a lot. The Smurfs was one of my favorite movies, but I really like the Smurfs. I'm a super huge Smurfs fan. Okay, we're still celebrating the Mamdani victory for people who just came in. Um, this is all about celebrating the Mamdani victory and how it's inspiring to everybody else. How all the people we elected to oppose Trump in this election, we can re-elect for years and decades to come. Trump will be around 3 years longer tops, probably shorter than that. But all the people we just elected can have, generational impact on stuff, and so can the next people who are inspired by these people we just elected. Like, it's huge. It's a huge turnaround and turning into all this stuff. I saw a lot of certain kinds of movies, but it's hard for me to remember them right now. So you can ask me about one if there's one you were curious about. Sinners was a really good movie. Um, Gosh, it's crazy that it's been this whole year has been full of some good movies, but some of them are a long time ago now. Now the hard work begins. The enemy won't rest. The enemy won't rest, but there is a point where the enemy starts to be scared and crumble. Like, Trump is crumbling pretty hard right now. And flew by. Yeah, the year flew by. Yeah, it did. That's one reason I like to go see movies, is because it seems like you're doing something. It seems like you're taking part in the time. Uh, but yeah, I see a lot of them. Um, I saw Roof Man. It was pretty good. I saw Truth and Treason, the one about the German kid who opposes the Nazis. It was pretty good, but you wanted it to be better. And Christie, the other true life story I saw recently, was really good. Sydney Sweeney was an awesome actor in that. Like, I'm not trying to be racist, because the only reason I even heard about her was from that racist commercial she did. But like, I gotta give her credit for being an awesome actor in that movie. I think it was a good movie. Trump is just a figurehead. I don't know. He's also an agent. Like, he's not just a figurehead, because he's an agent of Putin, and then he's an agent of like the Klan and the Nazis and stuff. I mean, Putin's a Nazi, but he's an agent of all of that. So I don't think of him as just a figurehead or just the face of things or something. I mean, I don't think he has that much. And to the extent, when you say he's just a figurehead, to the extent that he's not the one pulling the shots, he's not the one actually calling the shots. Yeah, he's just like a puppet or something. But I put Putin at fault for all the Trump stuff, because Putin wants to destroy America. Trump is his agent to destroy America, and he's been getting away with a lot of it lately. Matt Anderson, yeah, I would, but I work all the time. Would what? Oh, go see movies. Yeah, I go on the discount nights too, and I have the movie club, so I get some like rewards and stuff. That's where these pins came from, is the movie club for good fortune. You'll understand the chicken nuggets reference if you see it. Midterm elections are extremely important too. 1 year, yeah. I mean, we're 1 year away from the midterm elections, but this election was extremely important. This is just the first year into the Trump term. Like, it's pretty crazy that we even have this much attention and reporting on this 1 year, off year election. This is like an off year election. But that reminds me of something cool as shit about Mamdani, right? He used to be a rapper, right? And I remember him in one of his interviews, he says, I was the opener for 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 the opener. Like, he's saying, he's the person who's warming up the crowd before there's ever a crowd there, because he's the lowest echelon of the, you know, fame ladder for the show, for the rap show, when he was a performer as a rapper. But it makes me think, even when he was like, one of the least known rappers on the scene, he was doing it, and there were people who liked him. There were people who were his fans as a rapper. And dude, those are the coolest people. I have a band. It's called Foxen, Foxcen. So the people who like my band now are like super cool in the future, because there's only 5 of them. But the people who liked Mamdani, there might only be 20 of them. There might only be 150 or 300 people who like Mamdani as a rapper. But the people who liked him as a rapper back in the day, that have been supporting him or enjoyed his music, I haven't even heard it yet. But the people that did, that went to his shows and stuff, those people are cool as shit. Like, you got to give credit to how cool those people are. Anyway, it's just one of those things I was thinking about recently that I think is, those people should speak out and say, hey, I was a fan of Mamdani when he's a rapper. So they can get like their cool points, because they're due a lot of cool points for that. It's super cool. I'm jealous. And I'm already super cool, obviously. But no, I'm super jealous of the people who are cool enough to like Mamdani as a rapper. Okay, let's see what we got. Captain Homer says Heritage Foundation Project 2025, 1933, 27, 1861, 1492, 1620. Yeah, that reminds me of another joke. Those young Republicans who were in their 30s, yeah, their 1930s. Lone Scum says, if voting made any difference, they wouldn't let us do it. Okay, so you guys quote that, but you're wrong. Mark Twain's a cool guy. Maybe he even said that. Mark Twain's my great uncle. Maybe he even said that. Maybe he didn't, because people like to attribute things to Mark Twain. But, I mean, in a way, that quote is true, because if voting made a difference, they wouldn't let us do it, which is why they try not to let you do it. So it does make a difference. Otherwise, they wouldn't put so much effort into keeping you from doing it. So there's something kind of true about that. That when Mark Twain was saying that, even less people could vote. So when you think about it, although I mean I don't know, they're trying to take it back to rewind it past Mark Twain's time. But yeah, think about that. Voting does work. Mamdani just proved it. We shouldn't really put up with that argument anymore, because it's not true. Captain Homer says, been needing people to wake up my entire lifetime. Oh, dude, I know the feeling. Yeah, I've been woke since I was a kid, Like, it didn't take much for me. I was like, oh, wait, what happened to, what did they do to Indians? What did they do to the people that lived here? And then it was like, for me, it was China a lot too. I grew up in the 80s, and it was like, they were always talking smack about China. And I'm like, that can't be true. What's wrong with China? What are these people's problem? So I was always like a fan of China. I'll sing you my China song while we're here waiting for the next comments. It goes like this. I've never been there before, but we are. Let me say before I get into it. China song is in honor of the China Olympics, 2008 Olympics. So that's how old this song is. I've never been there before, but we are the air we breathe. The heart is an open door. All that's between us is you and me. Welcome to China, you're one in a billion, one in a billion. Welcome to China, you're one in a billion, one in a billion. Now everything you hold dear, and all the love that you can bear, from care for fish in the sea to carefree fireworks in the air. Welcome to China, you're one in a billion, one in a billion. Welcome to China, you're one in a billion, one in a billion. I am completely unique. You'll find when you come to share. There are so many of me. I am so special and rare. Welcome to China, you're one in a billion, one in a billion. Welcome to China, you're one in a billion, one in a billion. Thanks. Oh, great, we got some long comments. Thank you guys for writing so much to me. Lone Scum says, I'm not saying anyone should think the way I do, but for me, just knowing this information by logic and default, I can't get any belief in any of that anymore. The only time I've seen voting work was in the local level in your town. Well, this was the local level in New York City. Like, it's a big deal. Like, the mayor of New York City is kind of a bigger deal than the governor of, I don't know, 33 states. But it is at the local level. I'm not disagreeing with that. Local stuff is important. But it's also important when you inspire a movement that takes over the world. Lonescombe says, I like your hoodie. I found this hoodie at the bar. I don't even know if the bar still exists anymore. But I found this hoodie when I was playing pool. It is cool, though. It's got zippers. It's not quite as, I would prefer something even pointier, but it's pretty pointy, and it's got a pretty good hood. And it's got those pockets. It's pretty ideal. It zips down. I'm not wearing a shirt, but it zips all the way down. Matt Anderson says, some people are sheep and will follow their shepherd. Some people can't think for themselves, and some can action. Depends on who you're dealing with. Major amount are drones now because of technology. Sad. Captain Homer says, I'll sing you my song Handheld Device. It makes technology a little better. Captain Homer says, I've traveled all around the world. I've traveled all around the world, and I cannot find my baby. I don't know where, I don't know why. People are basically the same everywhere, and the powerful are also the same. Yeah, we could overthrow those fuckers, which is what I call the pillar revolution. We do it for the whole world. It would be rude to leave anybody out when we can just do it from our phones anyway. So we overthrow all the tyrants all around the world from bed. That's why I call the pillar revolution. Check out the hashtag pillar revolution. Lone Scum says, reminds me that axe killer dude from the last action hero. I don't think I've seen that movie. Okay, so this is called Handheld Device. I'll introduce you and make marriage arrangements. Got an app for that. Market your soul on all the foreign exchanges. Got an app for that. I'll kiss you tenderly and cream fill your blintzes. Got an app for that. You want to shut down all the missile defenses. Got an app for that. Got an app for that. Your handheld device is everything I want to be. This world was nice, but you can get it all through me. Every song you know in your favorite games, you can play them on me. All kinds of people with made-up names, you can play them on me. Turn me on, fill me up with love, I'll expand, you can play them on me. Use mouth and fingers, just take me in your hand, you can play them on me, you can play them on me. Your handheld device is everything I want to be. This world was nice. Now your pocket inside's all I see. Limitless usage, I don't come with a contract. You can upgrade me, but you might want me back. This ring is for you and my vibration too. And when you're with me, you have something to do. I can look up what you want to know, but I don't know who to call. I make a record everywhere we go. I don't know who to call. Haunted by everyone who made your acquaintance. I don't know who to call. I keep you under constant surveillance, but I don't know who to call. I don't know who to call. Your handheld device is everything I want to be. This world was nice, all connected, why is it so lonely? Your handheld device is everything I want to be. This world was nice, so connected and hung up on me. Captain Homer says, hate apps. They're extremely frustrating. I do like connecting with people all around the planet. Yeah, TikTok was awesome for that before the bad guys captured it and made it into Trump talk. I don't know, it might still be okay, but I can't be on it, so it's not good for me. Mark Anderson says, it's mainly social media kids feeding into brain rot. I meant to say some take action, LOL, make bad. My bad. Oh yeah, our previous, it did come across a little bit weird, but I figured it was some type of typo. Thanks, typo fairies. But yeah, thank y'all for being here and talking with me. I'll sing you another song. This one's called Left on Scene. Here I'm left on scene. I've never felt so in between. When I want you this much, it's so easy to tell. If you're gonna love me like this, I better overload love myself to please you well. Here I'm left on scene, sweeping all of the stages clean. When the curtains close, was it all just an act? Or is playtime over and we're going back to adulthood? That suburban hellhole. Here I'm left on scene, one gray detective, the other green. Dusting gardens and galleries for memories of art. I'm Exhibit A, but I'm missing a part. Do you have it? Is my heart a plot twist? Here I'm left on scene, like a satellite magic queen. When dreaming up schemes, no one seems to wake up. Trapping hatfuls of rabbits with maps and makeup. You can't see her, so you just have to be her. Lone Scum says, I like your voice. Thank you. I like my voice too. It sounds pretty good tonight. It's not the best, but it's okay. Captain Homer says, it starts at the top by design, divide and conquer as old as civilization. Reminds me of another song. I want to take you to the factory of distraction. Everything's fake here at the factory of distraction. But honestly, I never finished writing that song. So another one I did finish writing, but I can't remember is Live from the future. We're coming back to us now. We just have to get through today. Live from the future. When the walls come down, we will find a whole new way. Yeah, you can check out anywhere you can check out the music. You can see half of our songs are on Spotify still. They took the other half off for some reason. I don't know. It's called Foxen, Foxzen. And then some of our songs are on YouTube. You can see videos for our songs on YouTube if you look up Foxen. Or if you put in the hashtag Foxen, you'll see some more of my just a cappella performances of the songs. This one is called Nothing's Good Enough. It goes like this. Little boxes, ticky-tacky little boxes. Yeah, Foxzen, like Fox and Zen. Yeah, Foxen, yeah, like Lone Scum got it, with a Z. Like oxen, but with a Z too, like Zen. And it goes like this. Thanks for making us famous, by the way. Thanks for listening and making us famous. This one's called Nothing's Good Enough. We can play, then we're blown away into the night until the stars are shown the day. We can play, then we're blown away into the night until the stars are shown the day. Nothing's good enough for me. We can howl until they put us out. Let us fall away, we come back through the ground. Nothing's good enough for me. We can chill. We've just got time to kill. You get what's coming when you're looking for a thrill. Nothing's good enough for me. We can sleep. We've got no secrets to keep. You get what's... There's nothing dreaming can't fix up in a week. Nothing's good enough for me. We can skip over the stones that slip. I'd give you anything for that tremble on your lip. Nothing's good enough for me. We can try to make the crows all fly. Don't let them go unless you know the reason why. Nothing's good enough for me. Okay. Thanks. And one more. Are you waiting for a ride? Do you have the time for me to come inside? Who's going to lead all of the lives we leave behind? Are you skating on thin ice? Are you debating if the warning signs were lies? Who's going to lead all of the lives we leave behind? Are you trading in your guides? Are you chafing at the reins that tame our strides? Who's going to lead all of the lives we leave behind? Are you tailored to your pride? Are you laying low while the others hit the heights? Who's going to lead all of the lives we leave behind? Are you faking you're alive? Are you replaying all the stages you deprived? Who's going to lead all of the lives we leave behind? Thanks, that was called Waiting for a Ride. I don't know if that's one of the ones on Spotify still anymore, or if that's one of the ones we still have on YouTube. But yeah, thanks for your interest in the Foxen songs. I hope you enjoy them with the music, or the other versions of me singing them on YouTube. So, Matt says, I need a ride. Well, bless you with a ride. May you receive the ride of your life, the ride that you're looking for, the ride you've been waiting for all this time. And me too. May I also receive such a ride. Anyway, thank y'all for being here. I never do lives longer than an hour so that they'll post. And this one is at 56 minutes. So we'll be shutting it down pretty soon. Might go live again tonight. Probably go to sleep instead. It's been a big day. But might come live again in a little bit. So maybe I'll see you again in a little bit. Otherwise, hopefully I'll see you again soon. Like tomorrow night or in my comments. If you check out my content and comment on my videos, hopefully they will let me know that the comment was received and we can have a conversation there as well. Peace, fellow earthlings, Captain Homer. Peace, love, and strength, fellow earthlings, I believe is what that is. So thank you, Captain Homer. Thank you for coming back. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. It's really nice to have a second, like, troll-free live. Usually, it used to be, I shouldn't say usually, it used to be all trolls in here. Now it's like 0 trolls. It's like the Mamdani effect. Like, I don't know, maybe all their paychecks got canceled after the Mamdani effect because they realized, whoa, it's time to pack it up and flee. They're afraid of what's coming. And as I've said to the billionaires, if the billionaires flee Mayor Mamdani's New York City, don't let the free buses hit you on the way out. Matt Anderson says, "Take me." Oh, dude, I do that song. Did you find my version of that song? Take me home tonight. I don't want to let you go till you see the light. Like, you're going to see this. If you look around enough on the internet, if you look for my version of Eddie Money's, you can use the hashtag Puffin Sings. It might come up with it. But if you look around for my version of Eddie Money's song, you're going to see this. Take me home tonight. I don't want to let you go till you see the light. Take me home tonight. Listen, I was just like Ronnie said. Be my little baby. Like, I really go for it, though. When you see the video, like, I try to do his expressions and everything. I must say, it's pretty awesome. I do some cover songs. I do some parody songs, like, do you remember the FBI on a meth bender? Cash was changing Tyler's roommate's gender while they helped the Groypers get away. City says, thanks to you too. Nice, pleasant stream. Rare. Yeah. Well, you guys make it a pleasant stream. If the trolls can't come in and like ruin everything, then it's always awesome. It's like magic in here. So thank you guys for making it a magically delicious, wonderful stream tonight. Matt Anderson says, no, I didn't. Just popped into my head. Well, that's fairies. Thanks, Fairy Magic. Yeah. So please check out my video of Take Me Home Tonight, because I'm really proud of it. I do like 6 different versions of it with different colored hair. Purple and green. There's only 2 different color hair, but still, I hope you enjoy it, because I love that song. That song's freaking awesome. Be my little baby. Yeah, Puffin Sings. Just put hashtag Puffin Sings and then click it, or search for hashtag Puffin Sings, and it'll come up with different songs. Most of them Foxen songs. I write it to make sure it's correct and help me remember. Yeah, Puffin Sings. Yeah, I do Puffin reviews for movies and shopping and stuff. I do Puffin shops for shopping. I used to do something called Puffin's Pothead Pantry, but I haven't done that in a long time. I did the Antifa News Briefa. Now I do the FA News Briefa. But yeah, check out Puffin Sings, and hopefully you'll enjoy the content. Also, Pillow Revolution, Fairy Liberation Front, TikTok of Oz, Peace Pipe Party, Church of Judas. These are all things I do. Anyway, thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.